When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He.
Well, hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Most people have a hobby of some sort to provide a healthy diversion from the rigors of work. And that could be running, not for me. It could be biking, crafts, music, photography, sports. There's a whole host of other things people do for fun. Now, I can count books and guitars and gardening and woodworking among my hobbies. It's what I do for fun. Long ago, there was a woodworker in Nazareth who was also a bird watcher. His name was Jesus. Have you heard of him? Well, how do we know that he was a bird watcher? Because he talked about birds so often in his teachings. He used them as examples. It's very apparent that he paid attention and watched the birds that flew all around him. I mean, just think about some of the things that Jesus said in the Gospels. Like in Matthew 10:29, he said, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father." Or how about Matthew 6:26? "Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they?" Luke 12:24, he says, "Consider the ravens." And in Luke 12:7, he says, "Fear not, you are of more value than many sparrows." And speaking of sparrows, I have something to tell you. You know, in the last episode of the Pastor's Paddock, I told you about Sevilla Martin and how she wrote the words, "For God will take care of you." Well, this same Sevilla Martin also wrote a song that's near and dear to many people, and it's near and dear to Jason Baird. That song is "His Eye is on the Sparrow." In the spring of 1905, Sevilla and her evangelist husband, Dr. Walter Martin, were living and working in Elmira, New York. And they befriended a couple living there at that time. The wife had been bedridden for 20 years. The husband was crippled and was bound to a wheelchair. Yet they both lived happily, and they brought inspiration to all that they knew. One day on a visit, Walter commented to them, "You know, you really seem to have a bright outlook on life. You're just so full of joy. What is your secret?" And the wife answered very simply. She said, "His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me." Well, that simple expression of faith gripped the Martins' hearts, and Sevilla went home and later wrote, "His eye is on the sparrow." Well, how is it with you? What are you going through? I hope you're reminded today that no matter what it is or how tough life can get, remember that God cares for you and He watches over you. You're of much more value than many sparrows. God bless you.
I know He watches.